Okay, so Unit 2.10 is all about fingerspelling, and specifically we're looking at double letters. This is another quick subchapter, and come on, there we go. So the first thing we're going to look at is it's mainly the consonants. So BB and your BB, LL, RR, KK, all the ones that are listed here. And there are three basic styles that you're going to see. You're going to see letters that bounce, BB, simple, boom, boom, LL, RR, KK. It's usually hand shapes that are, they're not easy to like, I don't want to say this. Some of the other ones are easy to get into, like TT, MM, where you just sort of open them and close them again. The BBLLRRKK are a hand shape that you can get into and then just bounce. And it's not from the wrist, it's from the shoulder. So BB, LL, RR, and KK. The next patch are TT, MM, NN, SS, DD, FF. And again, they're usually like fist letters. So it's easy to like squeeze TT, MM, NN, SS, DD, and FF. Now, sometimes you'll see D as this, DD, and sometimes you'll see it as DD. Okay. Sometimes there's a little sideward movement, like TT, MM. It's not much of a sideward movement. You wouldn't notice it if it happened. So if it happens, don't freak out. So it's not a bounce. You're just doing the letter twice. You don't want to just hold it. MM, MM. Okay. And then the last ones slide sideways, a repetition, and you see it slide sideways. So it could be OO, EE, AA. It doesn't always happen. OO can be repeated like with TT, MM, and NN. EE, you can do the same thing, EE, EE, EE. And AA, you can kind of bounce to the side as well. But for the most part, you're going to slide. It's not very often you have two A's at the same time, right? The other thing about the double vowels is they tend to be either at the beginning of a word or close to the end or at the end of a word. And they will often slide into the last letter, like zoom. So you see the O into the M. Or eek. That's one thing you'll say. Oh, like eed, eek, right? So you could, or weak. So oftentimes we'll slide into the last letter. It's rare that you would slide at the beginning of a word. Sometimes like Aaron, Aaron, if you know Key and Peele. Aaron. And we just slide it to show those. I can't give you a real reason why we do that. It's clear. You could do A, but it looks like other letters. It looks confusing, but sliding it is very clear. The videos in here are really good. I'm going to rearrange this because I feel like that's too small. I can slide the text over and make the video a little bit bigger. But they're good explanations. You can definitely see them giving those demonstrations of the three different ones, including, you know what? I have these in the wrong order. Anyway, I'll fix that as we post it. Some examples for you to practice. Y, Libby, Duffy, Carrie, Willie. See how there's that little bounce? I'm trying to encourage you in your fingerspelling not to go Larry, bounce every letter. Just bounce the doubles. Everything else you can just leave steady. And I will recommend making some contact with either your wrist or your forearm, just so you're aware of not bouncing it. So it's not doing this. A-R-R-Y. Notice when I repeat that R, it's a little bounce to the side. A-R-R-Y. It's almost a slide. Do with the bounce, it's a little clearer. Without a bounce, MM, DD, NN, DA, and NY. Now, again, you can do D this way, or you can do it, you'll see it sometimes with just the middle finger. It does DD, MADDY. Either one works as long as they're clear and you take your time. Lee, Yoon, and Aaron. If there are other names that are in your life that you want to practice, by all means do. It's good to sort of get the rhythm. And if you have any questions, if one seems weird and it's not making sense, just ask me, email me, or grab me in the office hours or chat online, and we can go over them. Cool. Because there are lots of names, and some names have odd spellings, or not odd spellings, unusual, different, unexpected spellings. How many different ways can we spell Brittany? Every name, every fingerspelled word, but specifically names, has a shape. Eventually, you're not going to be seeing the letters. You're going to see the shape that the hand moves. So the more easy and thoughtless you are with fingerspelling, the less thought you have to put into it, the better it will be. Now, this is the homework from the book. And again, you don't have to do homeworks. These are just good practice. Ty will sign different names. You just circle which one they are. Fill in the blank. What are the letters he puts in the middle? And then what is the entire name that he fingerspells? Now I'm going to go up to the fill in the blank again and point out the fact that there's a lot of context clues in those answers. Right? You have the beginning letters, end letters for most of them. You can narrow down the selections of what they're probably going to be, right? Especially because you know what the double letters are that we're using. Use context clues in every chance you get. Like if there's something written in the video, remember it, because it will narrow down your choices. And as an interpreter, when I'm signing stuff, I am constantly looking for information that might help me. I have to pack my short-term memory. But kind of like using the clues in Wheel of Fortune. If you forget what the clue is, you'll have no idea what the letters are going to spell. But if you keep in mind what the clue is, it will help. It focuses you. So always practice with that. Always try to use as much as you can. And then here are the names again for you to practice. And then all of the videos. So that is 2.10. It's those letters, whether they bounce, whether they pulse, or whether they slide. Okay? So that's what to keep in mind for 2.10.